with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Just stay turned like you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Won't fall again.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium.
Hey yo, yeah, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot, Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike check, t-shirt check, sneakers check, socks check, hoodie check, shorts check, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'ma say. Got a new Prestos and a Jason away. Got a new Chris Fox, but it don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it's too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Or this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo,
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Dallas Cowboys. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Brought me to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Second and 14. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. First down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
They're on the 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they... Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, it still looks a lot like his rookie year.
That one goes for 24 yards.
First and goal.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
The tackle made at the 6-yard
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Dancing to his left. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, it's tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. It has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Down at the 23-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And this one is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 68 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. And the Washington first down.
On the ground, it's Calais. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. (21-0) our score after one.
Score Cowboys 21. Washington, nothing.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Out of the gun, McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Down, Washington.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run with Calais. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald over the middle. He's got Watkins. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, Washington.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll run. Calais. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Raymond Calais. 29 yards. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round, trust with the encore.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd
out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Elliott a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
makes the score Cowboys 28. Washington.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Quez Watkins, 75 yards. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Elliott a first down and more. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Now this time he'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
6-yard gain brings up third and goal.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Here's Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Washington.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
From the gun, it's McDonald.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete on the deep ball. Brings up third down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
The kickoff for Dallas.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, McDonald looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him.
McDonald.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's a gain of 20.
Throwing on first down. McDonald looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Now Washington.
On 1st and 10, McDonald
Got a man, it's Gibson, complete.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches at the Cowboys' 13-yard line.
Operating from the gun, McDonald, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
To number 24.
From 13 yards out.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass. Rush. A lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. He stays outside. You go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Forced out to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the
no gain on the play there. 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Chase Young able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Chase Young in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Cowboys trot out Greg Zuerlein. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt.
42-yard attempt.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Buying time to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, on this one.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. From the gun, McDonald. That one caught by Gibson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back now in Arlington.
It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, McDonald. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Again, it's Calais.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
Raymond Calais. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Cowboys 38, Washington 28.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
They start on the ground with Elliott, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Elliott's the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete.
Johnson.
The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the net.
And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
Chase Young.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and
that one looks like he'll throw here.
23-yard line.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Cowboys 52. Washington 28. Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Antonio Gibson, the intended target.
And now it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. McDonald. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On first down, McDonald looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
And a Washington first down.
Throwing on first down, McDonald, and he'll complete this to Gibson.
McDonald's pass.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
12 more yards there and another first down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
McDonald's pass.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Intercepted. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And they take a knee. Second and 11 now. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Allen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
To the sideline and incomplete. Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Tonight's final score.
A big offensive explosion.